Hey everybody, today's reading was a requested reading. One of my viewers wanted me to do a reading on how will they treat you if and when you are married. So this can be a crush, this can be someone you're in a relationship with but not married yet. And so the reading will just give you some information on how this person is going to treat you. I'm also going to be asking sort of like what sorts of blessings would come from a marriage between the two of you. So we have three reading options. We have number 1, which has the 8 of Pentacles on top. Number 2 is the Justice card. And number 3 is the 9 of Cups. So just take a moment to get in touch with your intuition in whichever way serves you best and choose your reading. Of course, you can choose multiple options for different people if you like as well. The timestamps will be listed below in the description box and also pinned to the top of the comments. So whenever you're ready, I will see you at your reading. Okay, welcome to everybody who chose reading number 1, which was the 8 of Pentacles. So what I can tell right away, because these tarot cards, I shuffled and randomly chose those as well. So what this is telling me also is that this is someone who would be very committed and hardworking when it came to making this marriage work and also making this marriage the best that it could possibly be. Okay, so we have the hero / heroine, we have the destroyer, and we have the teacher reversed. So I feel like this is someone who would want to be your hero or your heroine. They would want to be that person who always stood up for you and helped you to achieve your personal best in life. They want to be very empowering. I also see this being a very passionate marriage. You both kind of like help each other really reach your full potential in life, which is very nice. I also feel like this person is going to help you rid yourself of any qualities or influences in your life that are not in your best interest. So if there's someone in your life who is mean to you or toxic, they're going to help you release that person from your life or that situation. It says in the light attributes, releasing what is potentially destructive, preparing for new life. I also kind of get the feeling that in the journey to the two of you becoming married, I feel like you both kind of have to go through this process of really releasing a lot of negativity, any stuck energy within your auric field, anything like that that needs to be healed. It's sort of like, the universe helps prepare both of you for this marriage. And throughout all of it, this continues to be, again, I feel like a lot of passion. And destruction doesn't always have to be negative. Sometimes destruction actually clears the way for good things to come. So I feel like this person always tries to like clear a path for you so that you can, reach your goals. They want to help you to reach your goals in life. Of course, I feel like you would also be doing the same for them. So then we have the teacher in the shadow attribute, and that says manipulating or abusing students, teaching negative traits and destructive skills. We have destructive coming up twice. So there might be times when they have sort of destructive qualities that are actually very positive, which help you to achieve your potential. And there might be times when they actually want you to be a little bit dependent on them in a way, like they don't want you to know how to do everything on your own because I feel like they want you to be sort of dependent. They also might talk down to you a little bit sometimes, but I mean, everyone has some negative qualities, right? And I do feel like with this 8 of Pentacles, this is someone who is always willing to try to improve themselves and to improve the marriage. Okay, let's look at some other cards here. Union. Lessons. Interesting. There are a lot of lessons that have to be learned here. Sometimes this person might think that it is their job to teach you your life lessons. again, in a way that might be a little bit sort of patronizing. It might get on your nerves a little bit sometimes. But I do feel like together you both do still learn a lot, which is in general very positive. And action. This is someone who's very action oriented. They're always going to take action, again, to be protective of you. And if they see anything that's influencing you for the negative, they will take action. It's also someone who is always taking action towards self-improvement in some way. They're very interested in self-improvement, and that they bring that energy to the marriage as well. Now, I've pulled a shadow card. Like at their very worst in this marriage, what would they be like? Unavailable. Okay, so at their very worst in this marriage, this person might be sort of neglectful. They might bury themselves in work. They might be a little bit of a workaholic, or in other ways, they just aren't there for you, completely in the way that you always need. So that's what they are at their very worst. And we all have our worst moments, right? Let's see what else we get here. Feather, someone is undependable and insincere. So yeah, it's just like sometimes this person just isn't there for you in the way that you need. And also, as we saw with the teacher card reversed, sometimes they, you might ask them, hey, help me understand how to do such and such. And maybe they just don't have time for it, or they just are like, why? You should already know how to do that, or they just talk down to you. So something like that. Oh, wow. And then Cup, you should accept valid criticism. Yeah, I feel like the teacher card reverse could point to that aspect in them as well, that they might not be someone who's very good at accepting criticism, or they might be someone who is very critical of you at times in the way that they try to show you. Like it could also be someone who's always trying to teach you how to do things that you already know how to do. Like you can be driving down the road and they're like, well, you should, you need to turn here, not there, or, and you're like, I know where I'm going, So it could be that kind of thing as well. Overall, this seems positive, but there could be some issues about giving and or accepting criticism. And of course, this person is going to be unavailable at times, which is not going to be super pleasant to you. What else do we get? We get telepathy and falling in love. So this definitely is a high level, I think this is a high level soulmate, twin flame type of an experience. So you definitely are extremely in love. This says kissing the divine in another in yourself. I kind of feel like throughout the marriage as well, like you'll continue to fall in love, the love will become deeper and deeper. We also have telepathy, nonverbal communication, energetic pulses, mind reading. So you might already experience telepathy with this person. If so, I think it might strengthen during the marriage. This can also indicate to me just, kind of knowing what's going on with someone without them having to say it. Just kind of being intuitively connected to, like if you're out at a party, you can just kind of tell without them saying it. You're like, yeah, he or she is not wanting to be here anymore. You can just kind of tell what's going on with them. Or if they say they had a great day at work, you can just kind of intuitively know like, I don't think you really did. That kind of thing. So let's also see what are some of the blessings that a marriage with this person would bring into both of your lives. A blessing on a resolution. Again, with this destroyer card, I feel like the two of you help to heal each other in the way of, eliminating things from your life, people, situations, behaviors. You help each other to resolve to like, I'm not going to put up with this kind of behavior anymore, So if there are people who you need to establish really firm boundaries with and you're having trouble with that, a marriage with this person really helps you to do that. Or if you need to cut things out of your life, they help you to do that, or people or whatever. If you have some sort of toxic behavior, this person will be more than likely to tell you how to do that because they can be a little bit overbearing when it comes to, teaching you how to do certain things. But I think in the interest of being helpful overall, they are trying to be helpful. A blessing on a journey. Again, I feel like this person just really appreciates your own personal journey in life. Like they're on a personal journey as well. and they see you as being on a personal journey, and they really respect that. They respect the fact that, not all of your life revolves around them. You have other things that you're trying to achieve in life. You are someone who probably is devoted to a spiritual path, and that's a personal journey as well. So I feel a lot of respect going both ways. You both really respect each other's life journey, that it's not all about the marriage, it's not all about the relationship, but you're both still individuals. This also could be that one of your blessings is that you travel a lot together. Maybe you go on a lot of literal journeys together. A blessing on a battle that cannot be avoided. I think this goes back to what we were saying about the destroyer energy, that the two of you really help each other eliminate negative influences in your lives. Okay, and the song oracle message I have for you guys is Boston, something about you. This is interesting. When I was younger, I thought I could stand on my own. It wasn't easy. I stood like a man made of stone. But there was something about you, I want you to know. It brought a change over me. It's starting to show. I've got this feeling inside, got to have you. Ain't no good to hide. It isn't easy to show what I'm feeling inside, girl. It isn't easy, I know. When you believe in a man like me, when I get angry, I say things I don't want to say. I really mean it. I don't want to leave you this way. I couldn't help my reaction. I lose control over you. I've got this feeling inside. I've got to have you. Ain't no good to hide. So yeah, this also could be someone who kind of bottles up their emotions, and then like a volcano, it all kind of comes out, maybe not always in the most productive way. Yeah, and I would say that, part of their unavailability also could be that they're a little bit emotionally unavailable, just in the way of not being very good at expressing their feelings, as we just mentioned. So yeah, that's what I'm getting for people who chose reading number 1. I hope that was helpful and accurate and healing. So thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you later. Bye, guys. All right, this is the reading for people who chose reading number 2. Let's see how this person is going to treat you in marriage, what blessings are going to come from a marriage between the two of you. Okay, this is very positive. I like this energy. These are all pretty pastel colors. I feel like it will be very gentle is what I'm getting first of all. What I also get from the Justice card, because I did shuffle and draw these randomly, the initial card that you chose, is that this person wants they would want a legal marriage with you as well. I kind of get that reinforced with the scribe. Like they want the marriage to be in writing, because there are some marriages where it's just, it's like a common law marriage or just a religious or a spiritual marriage. But I feel like this person definitely wants it to be a legal marriage. They want it to be a marriage in all ways. Okay, so I feel like this person, they might write you love letters, little love letters. They definitely like to express themselves to you. It could be in written or spoken communication. I think they like to communicate with you a lot too about their intellectual interests. You're never at a loss for things to talk about in this marriage, for sure. This person actively has a very healing presence. Again, I just feel so calming and serene. I feel like being around them is like being at a spa. They may actually know how to do Reiki or some sort of energy healing, or they might like to give you massages. I do feel like in general, they probably like to express their love for you through physical touch. So that's probably one of their love languages. It says passion to serve others by repairing the body, mind, and spirit, ability to help transform pain into healing. Yeah, like they're always going to just really take care of you. If you're sick, they will be doing whatever they can to make you feel better and more comfortable, to help heal you. They might be someone who prays for you a lot, for your well-being. It's very sweet. I really like this energy. And then we have the mother energy in reverse. And that says inability to allow, the mentor energy in reverse. Okay, inability to allow the student to move on to the role of master, imparting false instruction. So there was a similar energy in reading number 1 because they had the teacher card reversed. This could be someone, who could be a little bit patronizing at times. They might feel like you need them more than you actually do, or they want you to need them. This is someone who needs to be needed. And I think in general, it comes from a good place, because I feel a lot of very gentle, loving energy here. This is not someone who would ever want to hurt anyone. But yeah, I mean, they kind of like just want to take you under their wing in a way that is, it's nice, but it's like, you're also like, I'm not a child, but it's sweet. I mean, the intent behind it, I think, is sweet. Now, I did think that at first this was mother reverse, so this person could have some issues related to their mother, or there could be a mother figure in their life who interferes in some way. So anyway, let's see what else we get here. We get received, contemplation, and summer. Again, very light-hearted energy, like spa-like energy. I feel like it just feels so soothing to be in this person's presence, and maybe that's how you make them feel as well. I feel like they like to go on trips with you. Like, again, like everything, they want everything to be very serene. They like to maybe treat you to trips to the beach, to the ocean, or wherever it is that the two of you like to go that's very healing. They like to be out in nature with you in a way that's healing. The starfish to me also indicates feeling your way through things in a way. I feel like they are, again, with the hand here and received and healer, like they like to touch you a lot, but it's in a very, like, I'm sure they like to touch you in a sexual way also, but like this is more like in kind of like a platonic love sort of way. Like that's very important to them. Like they can kind of feel when you need healing. You can definitely, sometimes you might even sort of psychically pick up that this person is sending good vibes your way, like good energy towards you, or just feels so loving. All right, and then we have contemplation. I do feel like this person is aware that maybe sometimes they are a little bit too protective, or they do maybe they try to parent you a little bit too much. Maybe that's why the mother card came up reverse. They might sort of see themselves a little bit, whether this is a man or a woman, like they take on the nurturing role with you like a little bit too much at times. But I do feel like they they have this sort of self-awareness about it. They do a lot of inner seeking. I think this is someone who always tries to be a better person, and they are. Like this energy is so pleasant that I'm getting from them. Again, I get like they might just really enjoy also being at the ocean for some reason. I'm getting that. Let's see what else. Now, I also wanted to pull a shadow card. So at their very worst in this marriage, what's their energy going to be like? Guarded. So this is interesting. We have this skull that's sort of spiraling around, and we have this butterfly. I feel like, this person always wants to be very healing towards other people, and they are very aware of when you need healing, when you need reassurance, when you need a really good hug, a really good tight hug, comfort, when you need comfort. But they may not always let you in to provide that back towards them. They know how to be there for you, but sometimes they don't know how to be vulnerable and accept that same sort of tenderness in return. So if that's their very worst, that's not really very bad. That's not that bad, But it might require you to also be very aware of them so that so that you can find ways to nurture them anyway, even if they're not asking for it, or even if they're guarded and not really accepting it. Okay, so we have turkey. Someone is behaving stupidly. So I just kind of feel like sometimes this person might get on your nerves. Like maybe they try to be funny in a way that you're just like, that is stupid. But again, you know, like that's not that big of a deal, right? That's not like, if that's the worst thing that happens in your marriage, you know, you're pretty lucky. And then we have rat, someone working against you behind your back. Yeah, I mean, so I don't think that that would be this person. I definitely don't get that energy that they would be working against you behind your back, but there may be someone else who does try to sabotage this marriage in some way. And you know, rats can be very sneaky. So this person might, it might be someone who comes across as very nice and whatnot, but they're really maybe not so nice deep down, and they don't want the two of you to be married, or they don't like the two of you being so happy in your marriage, because clearly this is a very happy marriage from what I'm seeing. Let's get some song oracles as well. Okay, so we have John Legend, All of Me, and we also have Demi Lovato, Sorry Not Sorry. I'm not going to read all of these lyrics. If you've got it on high definition, you should be able to read it off of the screen. Or you can just look them up for the full lyrics. But yeah, I mean, John Legend, All of Me, this is just about like unconditional love, which is the feeling I'm getting overall. Now, Demi Lovato, Sorry Not Sorry, makes me think that maybe this rat could be an ex of theirs, you know, or someone who wanted this person for themselves. It could also be like we had that mother card reversed, or I thought it was the mother card reversed. It could be like a mother who doesn't want to give up their child. A little bit of a codependent issue there, you know. So, but yeah, there could be someone who's a little bit vengeful towards you and this person because they wanted this person for themselves. All right, let's see what else we get here. Experiments. Yeah, this person, like their energy is so pure and everything, but they've had some experiences, I think, in their past, you know, exes or whatever, some sort of very toxic influence in their life. I feel like they've been able to rise above this negative energy and become a better person. But yeah, it's sort of like this negative energy, this rat energy just kind of tries to hang around them. We also get visions, psychic images, clairvoyance, seeing, out-of-body travel. Again, like so much of this really pretty pastel energy. I think that two of you just have a very psychic connection to each other. You may have already had psychic visions of who this person is, or they've traveled out of their body to be with you, or you've traveled out of your body and have been, you know, taken to them or something like that. Okay, so what are the blessings that this marriage would bring the two of you? Yeah, I feel like, you know, like maybe if one of you is wanting to be a parent, or if you both are, like it will give you the strength to do that because we have a blessing for good men and fathers. This clearly to me seems like someone who is a good man or a good woman, someone who has some just very positive qualities. A blessing on a friendship. I feel like the two of you, again, because I feel like you're never going to run out of things to talk about. You know, it's sort of like friendship is sort of the basis for this marriage, which doesn't mean that it's not romantic, but I feel like, you know, the love is so pure. It's so pure. Yeah, so it is sort of based in friendship, and it's very magical and mystical. A blessing to heal a relationship. We have more skull imagery here. I feel like, you know, I feel like the two of you just have a very healing effect on each other. I mean, we have the healer card up here as well. So they might help you to repair some sort of relationship in your life, maybe with a friend or a family member. It could be that the two of you have a negative past with each other, and that has to be healed in order for the two of you to come into a marriage also. And also, like, this is blessings for both of you. So maybe you help them to heal something regarding their past when it comes to relationships. Because, they do have some toxic influences from the past, I feel like. All right, so hopefully that was helpful and informative and healing perhaps in some way to you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. All right, welcome to everybody who chose number 3, which was the 9 of Cups. So I feel like the 9 of Cups, because I did choose these initial tarot cards too randomly. I shuffled and drew these. This person's going to make you very happy. I feel like there's going to be a lot of happiness, a lot of joy. Although when I pull over the archetype cards, the first card that comes up is also addict. And the 9 of Cups can indicate also someone who maybe self-indulges a little bit. So that might be something that you all struggle with. This is about how they're going to be in the marriage, right? So they may have struggled with addiction in the past, but I feel like even during the course of the marriage, it's like they're still having to hold back these waters, It's not, it's not like it just disappears just because you've become sober or whatever. So I feel like they're going to continue to have to struggle with that. And then we have the damsel card. Like, this might be someone who likes to rescue people. They might have a past where they've felt like they wanted to rescue people. And so maybe there's some element of that too in your all's marriage, that either they think that you can't rely on yourself, or they tend to be attracted to that in people. So again, it's sort of like maybe some level of codependence that has to be worked on. I do feel like this is a very spiritual person, because we get the guide and it says represents the nature of the divine in life and in yourself. This is someone who's always seeking greater wisdom. So I feel like they're a very wise person. Let's see. Yeah, so this is someone who's had to change. They've had to make some sort of dramatic change in their life. It is definitely a soul level connection that you have with them, and your marriage to them would be just very beautiful and inspired, like so passionate, but also extremely romantic. They would always be very romantic to you. I'm not really sure what this offer card is trying to tell me. Let me see if these tea leaf cards give us insight. So hard work ahead and pig, beware of greed. There might be issues of one of you relying a little bit too much on the other person, or like feeling like you can't cope without their assistance or something like that. Someone wants to always be offering something to the other person. Again, if there are addiction issues, maybe one person has an addiction, the other person maybe hasn't succeeded as much in getting over an addiction, or they are trying to offer this person the thing that they are actually addicted to. So again, some sort of codependence going on here. Yeah. Okay, so at their very worst, what would this person be like in this marriage? I've pulled a shadow card for each of the piles to indicate that. Medicating. Yeah, someone here, or perhaps both of you, struggle with some sort of issues related to alcohol use, drug use, or anything that is used for like escapism and to numb yourselves. Yeah, I mean, this is just a confirmation. This person's going to continue to be struggling with that aspect of their life throughout the marriage. Okay, your Song Oracle card is Khalid, talk. So that's nice. Can we just talk? Talk about where we're going before we get lost. Let me out first. Can't get what we want without knowing. I've never felt like this before. I apologize if I'm moving too far. Can we just talk? Figure out where we're going? Started off right. I can see it in your eyes. I can tell you're wanting more. What's been on your mind? There's no reason we should hide. Tell me something I ain't heard before. Oh, I've been dreaming about it. I'm not going to try to sing this. Oh, and it's you I'm on, so stop thinking about it. Can we just talk about where we're going? So, yeah, this person is not afraid to, like, if you're like, can we have the talk? Like, what are we? You know, where is this going? This is someone who will always want to do that. So that's sweet. I love this song. I think it's a very sweet song. So that's a very good indication that this person really cares. And we had a fourth card, compromise. Yeah, I feel like this person is always willing to talk it out and compromise with you. You know, they're not afraid of having these discussions about the relationship, and if the two of you are having problems or if you're having issues, they're not afraid to talk it through with you. So that's very nice. What else do we have here? The Selkie and her skin, and then time out. I feel like, especially for my female viewers, this marriage really requires you to really do a lot of thinking about who you are as a woman and how much of yourself you want to compromise when it comes to being in a marriage. You know, like, do you want to be needy? Do you want to be this damsel in distress? Or do you want to be in your full power? I don't have time enough in the video because my video is going to cut off at like 32 minutes. That's just what my camera does. But you should read the myth of the Selkie because that will give you some insights into this maybe as well, or just in general, maybe your approach to marriage and relationships. But yeah, there might be some times when you just kind of need to take a time out from this. That might be part of the compromise because I feel like you need to do some more time like finding yourself in a way. All right, so what are the blessings that are going to come of this marriage? A blessing on your love. This is, you love each other so much. So that is very clear. I'm seeing that very clearly. A blessing to find your way. I mean, I get a lot of inner strength coming for you in particular, the viewer. Like, I feel like this relationship really, in a way, helps you to find yourself because you kind of feel like this sometimes. You feel lost. You feel like sad, you feel like you're lost in the woods, and you kind of feel desperate at times, you know. And sometimes we are told like you need to be your best self first before you can pull in that correct relationship. But you know, I feel like there's definitely a lot of love here. I feel this is a marriage of two people who still have some things that they're working on, right? And then finally, we have a blessing on your family. So I feel like, you know, you will enjoy this person's family. They're going to enjoy your family of origin. Together, you might have a family together, and there are going to be lots of blessings when it comes to that. You might have a very unique little child together, a very special, maybe a crystal child or a rainbow child, something like that, a little unicorn, a reincarnated unicorn. Okay. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that reading and got something helpful out of it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you later. Bye, guys.